Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So in previous video we have seen how we can monitor our publicly accessible applications using Checkly. So we have seen browser check, we have seen API checks. So what about if your application is hosted internally, like they don't have any public access? Then how you are going to monitor those applications using Checkly? So for that, what we do, we will create something called a private location here. So basically, when we create a private location, we will get two things: location ID and a API key. And the API key is publicly exposed. So, and another requirement here we have, you should have a Docker installed on your server, so we can run the Checkly agent container on Docker on that particular infrastructure where you have all your applications hosted. So how basically this will monitor? So basically Checkly agent which you have installed in your local infrastructure, it will take a traffic, or it will collect a traffic from your internal applications, and using the agent it will go and display, or it will basically populate or forward your traffic on this Checkly browser. So let's see, in demonstration it will be more clear. So the very first thing what I will do, I will create a private location. Let me give a name, demo location. And location ID, you can keep any your infrastructure like dev environment, prod, staging, whatever. So for this particular demo, I'm going to keep as a demo location here. And as soon as you will create a private location, an API key will be generated. So let me create this private location, and you can see this API key has been generated. Now you have to keep this API key in a secure place. So let me copy this API key and let me paste it here. So you can see here, download and install here. So use the agent key from your new private location to register a new Checkly agent. So in background, basically we are going to run this command where we have Docker installed. So it is going to create a Checkly agent container in your environment. So if I will open my Docker desktop, so I have already installed Docker desktop on my local machine, and you can see here we don't have any Checkly agent. So the very first thing what I will do, I will set up a Checkly agent container first. You can see this location, it is not highlighted yet because it is showing there are no Checkly agent deployed on your location. So as soon as we will deploy a Checkly agent container, this become a green. It means it is successfully, the agent is successfully installed on your environment. So let me modify this Docker command. So here what I will do, I will just replace this API key here and location ID. So in our case, location ID is demo location. So let me copy this name. Okay. So now let me run this Docker command. Let me open command prompt here. Okay. So if I will go and check my Docker desktop, you can see the Checkly agent is up and running now. So if I will go back to private locations, you can see the status is green. It means we have successfully installed the agent in our local environment. Now using this location or this agent, basically we are going to monitor our internal applications. So for this demonstration, I have simple NodeJS application. So let me run node app.js. So you can see on this particular local URL, we will basically monitor our application, or basically we will monitor this application using Checkly. If I will run this localhost, you can see this is the UI we are getting here. So what I will do, I will go to home. Let me create a new check. So we have already discussed about browser checks and API check, Let me check URL monitor here. Okay, so here what I will do, basically I will use the IP address instead of localhost. So let me take the IP address. So in my case it's 192.168.1.2. so let me replace this and let me create the check. Okay, you must provide a valid URL for monitor. Okay, let me close this. Sorry. And port number is 3000. Okay, it's telling you must provide a valid URL to monitor. It is not okay. Let me do one thing. Let me come back here and let me create from here URL monitor. Yeah, so here let me provide the URL. Sorry, HTTP. Okay, it's pop up 300, and here location I will choose my private location. We should not use any this global location, because from this location my application will not be accessible. That's why we have to choose this demo location which we have created. So let me select the location, and we need to add a status code. So as we know, HTTP status code, if we are getting 200, it means we are getting a response from our applications. If we are getting 500 or 403, it means our application is not accessible, or maybe some issues with your applications. So we are checking here 200 status code. And frequency let me change to 30 seconds, and location I will choose demo, and let me clear down all other locations, so it will not run on this location. Otherwise it will fail, because the application, sorry, the application is not accessible from any of this location. That's why we created a private location. Okay, so now let me go and save this check. Okay, I will also mention send alert to this email address. Now let me create monitor. And save check. So you can see it is successfully, if I will refresh this, you can see it is successfully monitored our application. It means it is up and running, because we are getting status code 200. Now if I will stop my application here and let's wait for 30 seconds, so it will again retry. So we have set up a frequency called 30 seconds. So every 30 seconds this URL monitoring check will perform, and in case of any failure it is going to send a alert on the email ID which we have configured. So you can see on this demo location it failed, because it is not getting a status code 200, and we have targeted, we need a response 200. And you can see here network request failed, connection refused. It means this URL monitoring is getting failed. And let's verify the alert. You can see we get a alert called failure alert for URL monitor. So similar way you can use browser check, API check, DNS monitor. There are a lot of options. You can see if I go here new, you can see uptime monitors. We have URL, TCP, DNS, ICMP, heartbeat monitor. So all these checks you can basically utilize from your own infrastructure, because we don't have any publicly accessible. That's why we need to set up a private location. So using a checkly agent, this communication is happening. Now there is another interesting thing about heartbeats here. So basically this option or this heartbeat, what it does, if you have any cron jobs or any agent job or maybe any task schedules, and you want to get a alert on those things, like in case if your task executed successfully on a specific time, or maybe your SQL agent jobs are working fine or not, so you will get a alert using heartbeat monitor. So let's create a one heartbeat monitor and we will test it using a task scheduler. So let's me give a name health monitor. Okay, it's fine. Let me remove one here, and you can see this is the ping URL. So using this URL, it is going to send a signal to Checkly. So let me copy this and let me change period and grace. I will keep minimum 1 second, 30 seconds. It's fine. I want alert as well, and let me create this monitor. Okay, something went wrong. Okay. Okay, because I have mentioned here 1 second 30 seconds, so it was wrong. Now if you need to, okay, alert also we are getting. Okay, it's fine. Now, okay, let me verify the location as well. Okay, so actually here there is no need to specify a location, because this URL you are going to use inside your script or maybe any task scheduler. So let me do one thing. Let me open a task scheduler. So here I have already have one task scheduled. So let me copy this, and in notepad file I'm just going to invoke this URL from a task scheduler, so we will get to know if it is working or not. So let me copy this. Let it, you can say it's a simple ping request kind of thing basically, which we are going to perform. Okay, let me see if I have, let me refresh it. Okay, so here I have one job called, sorry, one task, Checkly heartbeat. Let me edit it and let me go to actions. I will edit the sections, and here I will simply change the argument, the URL which we get using a heartbeat monitor. So let me click OK, and let me provide the password here. Okay, now if I will run this task, you can see the history as well, and let me, okay, so you can see heartbeat monitor is working fine because it is getting a signal. Now if we need to verify this, the configuration which we have used is working fine or not, what we can do, we can simply go to task scheduler and we will again edit it. And what I will do now, I will add some characters in the argument, so definitely it is going to fail. Let me go to actions, edit. So I will change the spelling here, invoke, and let me put here small b. So this is the incorrect command. Okay, now let me run this again, and if I will go to heartbeat, now this time it is going to fail. Let me run it manually again. Okay, let's wait couple of minutes. Let me retry again, because we have configured here 100 seconds or something. We have configured frequency, I think so. Okay, it's failed now, and here we can see it is failed. It means we are not getting any response using on this URL, so we will get alert here as well. So if I will go here, you can see failure alert for heartbeat monitor. So heartbeat you can use in your cron jobs or in your scripts, wherever you can think of, you can use heartbeat. So at least you should not every time go and check your agent jobs or your task schedulers. You can simply come to a checkly dashboard, and you can see, okay, what all the things are failing and what we need to do to fix this. Once it is recovered, it will also send you a email alert for, okay, your this particular check has been recovered and it's working fine. So that's how basically using checkly we can monitor our local or private infrastructure. So I hope it's clear. In case if you have any doubts, definitely you can ping me on comment box. So that's all for today. See you next video. Thank you so much.